Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Let's Open, or in this case, Build Some Toys, episode 20. Can't believe I actually gotten to do 20 of these now. Technically 21 live streams, but for this titled show, this is episode 20. And we are finally going to complete the Gundam build for this 1/100 scale master grade. Let me make sure. Mobile Suit XXXG-00W0 Wing Gundam 0EW version Kai or K. The 1/100 scale model kit, super articulated, tons of features. Of course, as you can tell, I mentioned this on the last stream that this part had broken from this after I was done with the stream the week or the time before that when we were working on this. But now we're on to the finishing parts of this build where we're putting together the base, stand, for all the movement, display options, plus the beam rifles. And probably the simplest part's going to be the beam sabers because there's really nothing to the beam sabers. I could probably do those real quick without even having to read the instructions, but we are going to be working on this, finishing this up tonight. Normally we try to make it, the episode usually lasts about an hour or so. Sometimes it'll go longer. It really depends on what we have going on the next day. In this case, I have nothing, no Ren Fair as of like last weekend, last Sunday, this past Sunday was my girlfriend's birthday. And every year, the weekend of her birthday, we go out to the Renaissance Festival in Ohio because it's always open around that time of year. This time it was on her actual birthday we went. So we went out, we got dressed up. If you haven't seen my Instagram, please check my Instagram at Larry's Geeky World. And you can check out those photos and like and all that. Let me fix the lighting here real quick. There we go. That's better, so I have less shadows. Hopefully. And actually, let's go ahead and just get some extra ambient music playing. Because I like having some ambient music playing while building this, because it can be quite quiet as I put this together. I think this is the track. Yeah, this is the track I normally do. And lower that a little bit. But if you like what I do here, I try to do this every Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Well, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't ask me the other time zone, or Central or Pacific. It's usually an extra hour per, so it'd be so Central Time is what? See, I'm tired. It'd be like 7 o'clock there, 6 o'clock, I believe Pacific Time. So here we go. Where is it? Is an hour ahead? Are we an hour early? No, they're earlier, right? Anyhow, I could be wrong. You can let me know in the comments if you're watching this on the replay or in the chat. Let me turn that music down just a little bit. Get that background music just a little bit lower. I think it looked too loud in my ears. Excuse me, I'm a little congested today. And unfortunately, a lot of people in the house have been a little sick. My girlfriend has been not feeling well at all the last 2 days. So I apologize in advance if I have to get up and get more water for my voice as we put this together and finish this up. Just gotta make sure I have all my parts. I do have them all laying around here in somewhat of an orderly fashion. Let me actually, you know what, before I forget, so I don't get disturbed, my ringer is on silent. Say hello to chat. On the replay and you like what I do, please hit that like button. Think about maybe subscribing. Help the channel grow. Share. All that good stuff. I know I don't do a lot of other videos like I used to. I really need to get back into that. It's just motivation. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to open this week, but should have something coming in. My Jersey Devil shipped yesterday. Well, at least one of my 2 Jersey Devil pre-orders. My first round one didn't ship yet, which is surprising. My second round pre-order did, though. Because the first round one I got it with the mug, because the whole set with the pins and the mug were already sold out. So, but the second pre-order, which is just the Jersey Devil, will be hopefully arriving sometime in the middle of next week. And the next week we will do that unboxing on Let's Open Some Toys. But we are starting on the base, which is number 13 here. What is that? Oh, a little bit of plastic right there, like paper. All right, so here's the main base, which is BA13A, which is odd. All right, and then it says to cut this part off, which is BA13B, which isn't, again, odd. Or 13B, 20. That one just, it's like pretty much the only thing that was on those things here. Alright, so we're going to cut this off of the BA13-B2. It doesn't say that there, but don't know why it said B2 then. But we're going to try our best to get this done tonight. Standing. Maybe I'll finish the panel lines depending on how long it takes me to build the base and the 2 beam rifles. Make sure I sand these off a little bit. Get these little nubbies off. Alright, let me get my little kit. I didn't even open up my little kit yet. Yeah. By the way, here's that other piece of the antenna that broke off. Got it safe in a bag so I don't lose it. I do have some plastic cement. If I get to it, we'll try to attach that tonight. We'll see. I have different tactics of how I want to attack these little bits here. Sometimes I'll use a little metal file here, kind of sand it off with that. I'm sure there are better ways. There are some smoother grit, those files. Either way, with the darker ones, it's going to discolor it. You don't see much of it on the white, but any other thing, any other color will kind of really mark it up. That's why there's multiple grits, to smooth it out. I don't know which one's which because they're not really marked, so kind of polish it up a little bit, I guess. And so why do we trim these off nice and neat? Because we want it to fit flush. So if you want to come in the chat and say hi, great. Want to talk about the Ohio Ren Fair, how much fun it was. Oh, we spend way too much money. And if you want, I can always bring it up and bring up the Instagram and show you some of the photos. If you would like to talk about that once we get this done, or somewhere in the chat, I can always bring up another thing while I'm putting this together. Just more stuff for people to look at and ask questions. And I would say hi, but no one's in. No one's talking. Pretty just fine. But don't be afraid to say hi. Let yourself be known. I'm a very small channel, so it's like you know, I'm expecting much. Okay. Same. Trying to remember. Well, it says it connected on this end. But I think you can really just connect it any which way you want. Because there's so many different spots. But it says put it here. So I guess that's what we'll do. Like so. So there's that part. Alright. 13.2. Let's move little wing 0 a little bit out of the way there. Get this bit of trash out of the way. Probably should get a trash bag in here. A little can so I can put these little bits of plastic away. Alright, so now we are on 13. Excuse me. BA13B, number 15. Because we're going to do this little part here first. Now it has a little explanation point here for BA13B9, which is a really tiny piece, which is where? There it is. It's like right up here. So be cautious on that. So we are going to grab number 14 and 15, which are these two up here. Nip snip. Again, I'm trying to get this as close to the plastic as smoothly as possible so I have less to have to sand. That's what my tactic is. I'm sure there are people who've been doing this a lot longer, have found better ways. I know some people go in and just really go in it. The sanding block, a little file, which is great if that works for them, but I find this to be my favorite tactic. Now, would it be better if I also had a magnifying glass? Probably. Okay. Normally my girlfriend would be watching, but she's not been feeling well. She is currently laying on the couch. Let's see. Okay, it says to put this like so in like that. So there's that part. Alright, now we need 13B16, which is this right down here. How's it going, John? How you doing today, bud? How's your weekend so far? You know what I didn't bring up? Hang on. Just in case people were wondering what I am putting together. There we go. That's helpful. So that is what we are doing. I actually added the master grade part today onto the banner because I totally didn't realize I didn't have that on there. If someone was really curious and maybe I forgot, that's what I'm building. Oh, nip, nip, nip. Yeah, we had a little bit of that problem earlier. Thinking about food. girlfriend's oldest ordered us Chinese. You know, she's not been feeling well, so we had to make her something soft. She had to have 2 teeth pulled earlier this week. Oh, nice, dude. See, I'm still debating if I'm probably not going to use the decals because I prefer the original look, so I probably won't put these on. Even though it's really cool and all, but not really my thing. You know, it's just I don't want to put as little stickers on if I have to, if that I can. I'm a little disappointed it didn't have like translucent green pieces instead of this metallic green sticker to put on the eyes and the chest and everywhere else. Like at least 3 more stickers I still have to put on. Try to get this to flatten a bit more. There we go. Okay. One day I'm actually going to watch some like YouTube tutorials of how to sand this stuff properly and which side is wet grit. So I can get the best look out of these. Right now I'm just kind of swapping between all of them until I get a result that I like. And I'm like shaking the desk doing this. I want to say this should be the finished part, but because it's the smoothest. Okay, there's that piece. Yeah, we had to take the boys out to Best Buy today. One of their TVs went out. We kept wanting to cut in and out, so the oldest offered to buy him a new TV so they can play next to each other in their room. Now both the boys are over, well, one just turned 20, the other one's 21. The newly 20-year-old doesn't work currently. Keep telling me he needs to go get a job. Can't even get his butt up in the morning. Oh, we got that off. Let's see how well I did on that. But we end up getting a brand new 32-inch TV for the bedroom. So you can play his PlayStation and Xbox on. How's the video coming through? I know it looks like I'm having pretty good connection at the moment. I am wired to the network, so I'm always concerned. I don't want to look through my phone. Good. See, apparently there was an update for Windows 11 where I can now use my cell phone camera as a webcam, but I haven't figured that one out. So when I figure that out, I'll have 2 cameras, and so you'll be able to see me intensely looking when I start doing these builds again. I attempted on the last actual Let's Open Some Toys with connecting just in the, through the network. Just, 2 different logins, one on my computer, one on my phone. But the phone one, because it was on the Wi-Fi, was having a little bit of issues keeping the video clear, and so I may just have to get a second dedicated camera and some kind of USB hub so I can be able to have everything connected. I'm only using a laptop to do all this, but the external webcam. Ugh. I think that looks okay. Seeing that we've got a few more new viewers. What's going on, guys or gals? Welcome to the show. This is going to be the final, hopefully final video on this build. And we'll come back at some other point when I get other kits to build, but this is the only other build I have planned as of yet. So, my girlfriend's second oldest has been getting really into building the Gundam kits. He's got 3 now. Been really liking the real grade stuff. I just never been a fan of the 1:1:4:4 scale. I mean, 160 scale is pretty cool, but super expensive. And of course, mine didn't survive the last 20 plus years. This is like technically my 3rd Wing Zero Endless Waltz Gundam model kit that I've ever made. Oh, geez, look at that. I just dirtied that all up, didn't I? No, I did not see that. That's cool. A permanent Gundam base store in Chicago. Now, my nephew goes to Chicago quite often. I've never been to Chicago. The furthest north I've been from where I'm at is actually, I think, Columbus, but that was for a very short trip. Oh, wait, Cleveland. Cleveland was the furthest north I've been, but I've never been to Chicago, Illinois. One of the guys I work with is actually from Chicago. He grew up in Chicago. Okay. Nope, almost forgot another piece I need to cut off. I've been too busy sanding that one down. Here we are. That's cool. Is there anyone else want to talk about tonight? I mean, want to hear my tales of the Ren Fair? Or should I save that for a different video? Actually, that came off really neat. Nice and even. Okay. Okay. So here's the fun part. So this is supposed to go, apparently, it goes in like this. Is that right? Oh, something doesn't look right on that. I guess so. And then this goes up here. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I get what this part is now. Aha! That's going to lock it into place. So you can set it up and then you just push this down to lock it and it won't move. I hope that's going to be sturdy enough. I guess we'll find out. Go ahead and plug this in. Clamp it all together. It's all in, right? Okay, that's cool. I actually kind of dig that. Pretty neat. In this case, anyone else is watching, I do keep an eye on the chat, so, let yourself be known. Say hi. Just at least say hi. I don't think there's anyone else in here but besides me and John at the moment. First, like I said, is sick. Okay, we are now on to this part, which is... What is it? Okay, so we got 3 and 4, and then 11. I guess that's 11. No, that's 2. No, that's 11. Okay. Oh, you are here. Hi, honey. Figured you'd be passed out on the couch. Okay. Not yet. I probably shouldn't really care if they had little nibs on this. This is just a stand, but actually that one came off pretty neat, or pretty nice and clean. That one was number 4. I don't know which side's supposed to be the front. I think I'm looking at it weird. Nope. Okay. Oh, well, how that makes it a little bit easier. That's where it wants me to go. Okay. Clean did that get? No, that's nice. Okay. 11. This I'll need to clean up a little bit, I think. Yeah, right there. Clean up a little bit. Okay. Says this part goes here. Okay, that's cool. Okay. And line those up. So that's neat. So get this, flip that up, box it into place. That's cool. How high you want it. And then you have this with the little lever. Lock it in whatever angle you want. That's neat. Cool. All right. Kind of dig that. Does have a little bit of wiggle room though. Okay, so there's that part. I get little shavings all over the place. All right, next pieces. We're on 13.3 here. We're at 12. and 13, which are these two here. Okay. Oh, that came off really nice. A little bit right there. Shave off. You know what? I might be able to actually just nip that off here. Let's see. Could just use the X-Acto knife, but I don't want to accidentally cut my fingertips off. I took a nice chunk out of my finger when I was building my 1/60th scale using the X-Acto knife to kind of clean up the ends. Wasn't being careful. I was able to get it back attached before and let it heal. So, no scar, luckily. But that was what? Again, over 20 years ago. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Nice and clean. Okay, there's that. I'm going to connect this to the bottom here. So I'm going to make sure this is at end. See, now I don't remember which side was which. Okay, that should be... Alright, so this is 12. It goes in like so. Now we plug that into that. Like so. Go there. All right. And we got this part to build here. And then this. So this is going to be interesting. So many little levers. We got this little piece, okay, and we need 6 and 5, which are down here. I need to move my glass for my water out of the way. I'm gonna knock out my elbow. Yeah, move that to the other side, out of harm's way. But my luck, when I move it, something's gonna happen. Okay. That's all cleared off. Yeah, that looks. Looks clean enough. Don't see any things to shave off of that. Okay. Check on that one. All right, that looks good. Okay, hook this to the bottom. I think being aware, but they look exactly the same. Yeah, it's exactly the same on both ends. So, okay, put that on there, nice and tight. That's gonna be a nice little angle part here. Okay, and the next part should be, what is this? 10, which is this one up here. That turn the right direction. There we go. Okay. Oh, that came off real clean. Good. Okay, so there's that. This one did not come off nearly as clean. Let's shave some of this off. Let's try not to shake the camera when I do this. That looks all right. Wow, I've already been on here for a half an hour. Jeez. Time flies, I guess. Okay. That looks nice. Doesn't look too bad. Okay. Because this goes like this. Okay. And that goes onto here. And that clips like so. Let's see, I'm trying to make sure I have everything in the right angles here. There we go. Another locking mechanism. So yeah. So yeah, you got all kinds of angles on this thing. So that's like max height. And of course you can have it like all the way back. Lock that into place. And then unlatch this piece here. Let me just do it. So you can have them like all kinds of interesting angles. And of course you can move this around on the base, plug it in or out. Obviously I'm not at that point, but we've already done that. So that's what this whole thing shows, how all that mechanisms work. And there's only a couple other bits. Like how to remove it. Actually, you can't see that. And it shows here how you can put into this piece and here at the end. How to remove the part on the back of the Gundam. Should like the back part, yeah. Yeah, this little gray piece here, you'd pop off. There's a little plug part that sticks into the end. And that would just sit. The little adapter piece plugs right in to his rear exhaust port. Lack of a better term. Rear exhaust port. I'll sit you down before I break the other antenna. But that's pretty much all that base. Now there's these other two parts. I'm surprised I did not see anything for. Did I miss something? I don't think I did. No, because everything else here just gives you what you need to do to angle it. But this is the part, I believe. No? It looks like it could be the part, but I don't think it is. It's supposed to be H1. But where is my H? Here's the H's. Which is mostly stuff. So here's H1. This is the part that will then get that nipped off here. There we are. So that plugs into this like that. That's a really snug fit. And then we would take little gray port here off the skirt here, and that would just plug. Try to get that on camera. Plug that right into there. So that's cool. So I'll be able to get some really cool angles with that. So yeah. Right there is pretty much just gone straight with it all the way angled in that direction. But I'm glad I put that one part out there because that weight's really kind of making it want to go forward. So let's go ahead and lower that. Just lower this one side down a bit. That should help a little bit. I can get it actually in spot. There we go. And then, let's see. That's better. That's a bit better. So that's going to be cool. There's so many other parts to still build. But we're getting there. Trying not to lose the little bits though. Make sure to put that on that. There's so many extra little parts. It's not even showing these other angle pieces. Alright, well, let's go on to the next part, which is now we're getting to the twin cluster rifles. So this is going to be an interesting one because most of it's probably going to say, I mean, they're kind of identical, but they're not. So right now we're going to do the right and then the left. So we are on what we need here. We need some H24, H27. Here we go, H24. Let me turn my nips the right direction. I was probably going to get annoying me reminding, if you do like what I'm doing right here, these live streams, these builds, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit notifications for when I go live. I typically go live in any other videos I may post. I typically go live Saturdays at 8. I usually will post on the community tab, if not my Instagram, if I will not be doing a live stream or if I'll be doing it early, or said family events. Obviously, November 7th and 8th and 9th. 8th and 9th. I got a text message. Who's texting me? Oh, my buddy. One of my friends just texted me. Yeah. Alright. A friend just texted me asking me if I'm still playing on Xbox, what I think about the whole Xbox Game Pass, I guess, price increase. I didn't get to really read the text. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I have to message him back when I get a chance. I don't want to do that right now. Just surprised because last time I texted him was about my new Epiphone guitar, which was like a few weeks or so back. Actually, God, how long ago was that? H24, H27. Where'd you go? There you are. Well, I mean, I can answer that on the stream. I'm pretty sure he's not watching, but well, I did see some. I didn't unsubscribe from it. I like Game Pass Ultimate for what I got from it, but the whole thing with them raising the price and our $10, I mean, sure, comes with crew now, but now a lot of the reason why people got Ultimate so they can have access to both PC titles and the whole crossplay thing. And I play some games on my laptop through the Xbox app, not a whole lot. A lot of those games I do own digitally has that play anywhere feature anyway, so I don't know. It just, I mean, I adopted Game Pass Ultimate when it first came out. I think I did have it turned off for a little bit at one point, but I don't think I had that on wrong. Do I? It is H27, is it not? Nope, this is H30. I would cut off the wrong one. That's for the other gun. There we go. That's better. But yeah, I mean, I haven't unsubscribed yet, but I saw something. I don't know if it's true or not, because some people are getting emails saying if you already have auto renew on for your Game Pass Ultimate, your price will not increase, apparently. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I'm already paying for Crew Pass anyway, and that's one of the new features they're adding in November, apparently, is the Fortnite Crew. And every now and again, I'll turn off Fortnite Crew because there might be, I may not care for the new skin and they have incentives to keep you subscribed to that, like, extra versions of different versions of the skin from the previous seasons. Okay, I'm gonna get in there right. There we go. That's better. What happens when you actually put the right part on? Remember, that's for the other one. All right. Was it J10 and J5? Where's my J's? I have 2 identical J trays. It don't matter. Pardon me. Got a little phlegmy there for a second. Alright, so we got a J10, J5. There's J5. But I'll probably stay subscribed, especially because I'm more curious about if that is true. I mean, because like I said, I already pay for Crew Pass, and it is through my Microsoft. So I'm more curious if it automatically turns off because it's now part of it. They're covering it technically. I'm not sure how that works. That's 5. Where's 10 at? There you are. Boy, these pieces are getting smaller. I don't know. I'm only mostly keep it so I can play Halo Infinite from time to time, but even then I haven't gotten that multiplayer for Infinite in a while. I mean, I don't really get to play too many games as it is. Okay, so this goes in here. Okay. That looks right. Okay, and that will plug into this spot, apparently. I think I'm looking at that right. Yep. Goes in like this. Interestingly enough. I don't know how I like that. Doesn't seem to stay in there all that well. Okay. J3. There you are. This is the grip. Oh, that come on. Oh, that came off real. Well, no, I spoke too soon. A little bit of a nib there. That's better. And that goes. Yep, so that can go in here. I don't know, this does not look like it's supposed to go like that to me. It seems off. Okay, now we need J11, J4. Well, see, I'm doing really good at getting these cut off without having to sand it down now. Why did I say that? And then the next one's gonna have a giant nib I have to really work at. So this part, trying to see where it's telling me to put this in. So odd. Is there an actual spot? Okay, I think I got it where I need to be. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's there. Okay, J1. And it says is that right? I don't think that's right. That's kind of at a weird angle. Maybe like that. I have no idea if I'm even putting this on right now. Aha. That's why. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. So that part. And what was the other part? It's J12. Oh, this tiny little part here. Ah, wait, and I almost forgot. I need to put the sticker on. This is one of the new next parts I had to put a sticker on. We haven't had to do a sticker in a minute. So there we go. I can get off here without bending it. That nice little reflective rain sticker. Why is it every time I think I got it straight in, there's always a weird corner? Actually, that did it. There we go. Come on, focus camera. There we go. So there's that. This is technically, I believe, supposed to be the viewfinder or something of the gun. Okay. H28, which is this big boy here. There we go. That's good on that part. Okay. It says to take this, plug that into that. I think that's correct. The only thing that makes any sense is the only little hole there. Yep, that works. Yep, that's where that goes. Okay. Plug. Double checking, make sure I'm not forgetting a part. Okay. Trying to line all the damn stuff together. Jeez. It's become this hard. I still don't think I have this one part in right. It seems like I do, but it just seems such an odd spot. Clip, clip. Okay. This does some crazy things. A lot of extra moving parts. I don't even think the original gun moved around like this. But this is okay. I think I know how that part's gonna work, but I have no idea. Oh, okay. That's gonna be interesting. Okay. Ah, right. So the next part of this gun, we need all these fun pieces here at the bottom. H33, J15, J2, and J14. So let's go and get our H33 cut out here. There you are, all the way down here. So we are still working on the right buster rifle. For those of you who are just joining, welcome. Say hi in the chat if you so would like to. Obviously, you do not have to if you do not wish. Okay. 15. It says no nips. Well, I gotta use a nip somewhere. Just tell me not to cut this really thin part here. It's such an odd design. Now, obviously, I have to nip it to get it off. Of course, this side did not get as clean as I would like it to be. Come on now. Don't maybe get the sander out. Okay. And this plugs in like so. Oh, before I put that on, actually I need to put a different part on. So you have to be careful. That's a thin piece there. I don't want to snap that off. There we go. What is it? J2, which is this piece right up here. Now, if anyone's inclined not to just watch me build and not listen to my ramble, that's fine. Like I said, just say hi. Enjoy what I do here. I come back here every Saturday, at least most Saturdays, go live. Unless I'm going to a soccer game or any other event I might be going to that might keep me from doing a live stream on a Saturday night. And on occasions I might go live. Might throughout the week. It depends on what's going on or how excited I am about something. That's very rare that I go live in the middle of the week. There we go. This is 14. Yep, this is the barrel. Make sure I got that in the right direction there. Says that's away. Okay, be careful with that because that's a real tight fit for that barrel. Okay, now we need is that H26 J13. What, I got the J in my hand. Oh God, there it is. So small. I don't even know if you can cut that. Did it cut it? There we go. Okay. I got to clean that one up a bit. That did not come off as clean as I liked it. There we go. Let's get that cleaned up a little. The bottom side here is okay. H31. Where are you at? And 26. Okay. It's 26. Sorry if I get too quiet, folks. When I get focused, I get really quiet. I don't know if that makes an entertaining video for you guys or not, but it is a live stream. So, well, I didn't want to get too boring, since that's why we have background music. Alright. What was it again? 31. There you are. Okay, how clean did that get? That's not bad. Okay, 31. Says that plugs into Okay. Looking at it different. There we go. Plugs in like, oh, wrong direction. There we go. Plugs in like that. Okay. And that will clip to this little part, little C clip. There we go. Okay, that allows it to connect both the beam rifles together. Close that up on that side. And then attach this part to its little C clip. He's here. Like so. Oop. Did not want to stay attached. So apparently I am having issues. There we go. So there's beam rifle 1. And it just pulls up so nice and compact. So that's interesting. There's that. Good. I was worried the grip was going to be hard to get out. That's pretty cool. Okay. I wish this would lock in a little bit better though. You know, some kind of tighter fit or something. So that's beam rifle 1 down. Time for beam rifle or buster rifle. I'm saying beam rifle. Okay, so I've already accidentally cut this part off before. It's our 30. And we need our H23, which is this one right here. We got that little bit up here I need to clean off. Yeah, I got a little bit down here too. Just finding all the little nippy pieces. Well, what's going on? How you doing, Kenneth? Welcome to the show. My name is Larry. Love seeing new people show up. Welcome to episode 20. This will be the final build day for this. So if you missed it and you want to, go back and see it, go right ahead. Enjoying your weekend off. Well, that's great, bud. Good to hear. It's been a beautiful weekend up here in Kentucky, too. So, in the northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area. I was except for Monday and Tuesday, it was kind of gloomy. Sunday was beautiful. Okay. Put this piece there. Okay. And where you at, Jay? I gotta get the other J tray. Close it back up. Where'd my parts go? There it is. I don't know, I'm trying to put that in there already. Still gotta get another part off here. I've already done forgot what the other piece was. J10, where'd you go? Yep, there you are. So we got that part there. Got to get the grip. Yeah, tossing it everywhere now. Grips on. Okay. Oh, is that the wrong one? Yeah, that's the right one. There we go. Dang. J1. Let go. It goes in like so. There you are. J12. Oh, we almost got all the stickers finally, usually the base stickers. After this one, I have one little normal sticker. Set up all the rest of the decals I don't plan on putting on. At least not right now. Maybe if I'm feeling froggy, I might. I don't know. I got little pincers I could be using for this. And here I am. Trying to use my fingers. I got little tools and I'm not even using them all. Yeah, this actually might be a little bit easier if I actually use the other tools. Yeah, I got a little bit too far up that direction. See if I can't get under this. This would be the sticker I have problems with. I had a little bit of problems with the metallic round one for the chest. Will do. I kind of scraped it up a little bit though. But I'll be alright. Putting that on. There's that. There's an H29. Oh, geez. Yeah, that did not come off nearly as clean as I would like it to. There we go. It's a hard angle to get into, though. Even with little sanding blocks. That's when an X-Acto knife probably would be a better suited tool for that. Chat's really quiet tonight. Then again, I'm really quiet too today. So I'm hating it. Okay. There's that. Like this. Into if I can get in the right spot, that'd be great. See, I'm just having all kinds of trouble with this side. There we go. That should do it. Yes. Oh, if I can keep it in the spot. Okay, well that is not how I'm wanting that to work, because that is not moving as easily. Darn it. Interesting. Okay. Make sure I'm not forgetting any other part before I put this on. I think I am. Like so. Fold in like that. Just feels like there's a lot more tension on this hose compared to the other one. Okay. H25. Move that sticker sheet out of my way for a moment. Last sticker on that sheet is for the shield. Okay. H25, where's J13? There you are. Everyone, I just saw you were building. Excited to watch while I build the MG Haku Sinka Crash. Neat. I'm still not familiar with a lot of the newer Gundams. I'm so behind on all the Gundam series. I know, bad Gundam fan. Oh, that's really cool. It's nice to see you. Is it Weeks K? I'm hoping I'm saying that right. It was nice to have you join the stream, but check it out. Now, if you just came on here trying to promote your own stream, great, I guess. Not like I have a huge crowd. You know, more the merrier. H32. Yeah, you see what I'm doing? Right there. Those on like so. Okay. Next we need J2. J14. You know, I think I trimmed a bit off that nozzle. That's an interesting bit. Okay. It actually came off pretty clean. I think the master grades might be a little too much for me. I might switch back down to either high grade or go up to, or technically go down to one step to real grade. But if they only had them in the scale I liked, I like the 1/100 scale. I haven't really seen a lot of real grade 1/100 scales. At least not anymore. I don't know what my next kit's gonna be yet though. I'm really tempted in ordering the Death Scythe H. Probably one of my, I don't know, compared to Wing Zero, I think it's, well, my favorite character has always been Hero, but Death Scythe's the coolest looking Gundam from Gundam Wing, in my opinion. You know, Epion's pretty badass looking too. But click. See, and I did it again. I forgot to put this part on. So like the second time I did that, and it's also with the thinnest part. in there, see if I can't pry that off. About snapping little pegs. I always get in a hurry and I always forget a part. Okay, let's see if this will work. Oh, please don't break on me. There we go. I did it. Hooray. Okay, so there's that part. So this pops onto here, like so. And that pops. Locks that into place. And then we go into this little part here. C-clip onto there. Closes onto that. And now both beam rifles, or buster rifles, let me get it right one day, are complete. So yay! Now it doesn't show how it combines to make the, I mean, it should be easy enough to just be able to take this part here. I'm sure if I go further into the instructions I'll find it. But to just unflap those and just peg it together like so. It's kind of sad there's not a sticker for that end. I guess I didn't see any. And then there we'll have our double barrel buster rifle combination. Simple enough. And storing it, there's all these other abilities. You know, I can even get it to move now. There it goes. Oops, unfolds. That unfolds. Other little bits. But I won't go into any further detail on all that. It does. At least it's not too difficult to get it all unfolded back or fold it back into its proper positions, especially with the grips. Currently I have the loose hands on my Wing Zero. I have not done any detailing or even cut off the other hands yet. Alright, well now we're going to begin to shield, which we are needing H18 and H14 to start off with. So that's our 18. Where's 14 at? There you are. Hoping this gives somebody some nice ambiance as they put together their own kit. Make sure I'm putting this on here in the right direction. Yes. I'm afraid to put too much pressure on that, but there we go. Nice little clip. Click. Alright, so there's that. And H16, H15, H17. Here's 15. I think I just scrape the hell out of that though, maybe. There it goes. It did. I took a nice little chunk on that. There we go. Okay. $17. $15. $16. Yeah, that looks right. A little nib residue, but we'll be fine. It's nice. It's smooth enough for me. H20. This big piece right here. That off here. Oh, come on now. There we go. There we go. Try not to drop the sprue. Okay. Oh, that came off nice and clean. That's nice. Okay. Need H8 and H9. Oh, geez, these things are. They look practically identical. Well, this one's H8. Okay, H8. And that's supposed to plug into. It's like over here. It goes. It's keyed a particular way. Slides in here. That. So I get H9 cut off of here. Actually, I probably just twisted. Yeah, that came off real clean there. I'll slide that in, key the same way. Like so. I can actually get it angled right. There it goes. And then we take our, which I actually forgot to put this piece attached. That goes. I forgot to even add that part to it. See, here I am missing steps. There we go. And that's supposed to click into this little spot here. There it goes. Nice little satisfying click. Very interested how that's going to transform and work. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Now it says go up. Really just showing. Okay, so go up. That turns. Okay, I'm getting everything else bending. That goes like that. Then this. Oh, okay. And like so. So, okay. Very interesting. Okay, next page. Bits. Okay, we need H19, which is, where'd you go? This little buddy there. Nip it. Right. Yeah, that came off a lot easier. Make sure I have that face the right direction. It says that plugs into this. So it just slides into here. I hope I have it in the right spot. That looks right. Yeah. H34. H34. All the way down here. There we go. H34. Saying be careful. Make sure I'm putting that on here that it's facing the right direction. Because it keys in a particular way, as you can see. Focus, focus, please. Thank you. There you go. And that would just key. Yep. Now it's showing going inside already, but that might be a pain in the butt if you need to actually attach it to something. So I'm going to have it a little bit out for now. Now 22. And again, caution, make sure it matches the key. So it fits nice and snug. Really can't go on any other way, so there's that. And now we're getting to the B and the A's. I grab my B tray. Oh, drop another trays. And A. All right, so when you got B114, which is this nice little pristine white part here. Let's see. Yep. 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 These are always the ones that don't seem to ever want to get as clean. There we go. Okay. A16 and 17. This one's A17. Go this one. Double check, yes, that is the right direction. 16. Now these are got like nice little gear system on it, so they'll close up pretty neat. I see it's already coming undone from each other. There we go. Make sure that's all the way down, lined up, even, like so. Yep. That looks like that will work. And connect. What I need, B1. Oh, we got the big white piece here. Main hull or exterior shell of the massive field / bird head cockpit, or flight cockpit anyway. Even though I'm pretty sure it's just a camera in there. Now let's see. There we go. All right. So first connect this to that. Which is, I'll say, excuse me. Am I looking at that right? So that part's actually folded down. It looks like the only way it should be able to connect, if we can just line it up. There we go. I don't know, something's just not, there we go. I'm getting it. Make sure that's in nice and snug. Try to close up those gaps. Try not to snap anything. And then this will connect down here. Interesting. It's showing another part, but I guess I'm just looking at it weird. Yeah, I'm just looking at it weird. Okay. So there's that so far. Now we need L. What do we need? Ah, here we go. The last little translucent piece and the last of the metallic green stickers. M4, just this tiny little piece. And I actually might just twist that off instead of using the nips. I still have to paint it up a little bit. Alright, it's not gonna fit in nice and neat. This one's gonna be a bit of a pain. Just a little bit. Okay, that actually wasn't that bad. Alright. Let's see how well I can put this sticker on. Trying to line it up in the center. I know I'm like not even on camera trying to do this. I just dropped it. I don't understand why they just didn't do like a translucent green instead of this metallic little sticker to put on. I mean, they had the translucent green for the beam sabers, so I mean, it would have made sense to me. Alright, well, this goes on here first. Plugs in. If I can get it to plug in. There it goes. There's that part. Number 2 being L1. Which it is the last part of the L sprue, or 1 sprue. If you want to talk about anything that you saw, maybe if you were paying attention to New York Comic Con at all. I mean, I haven't seen everything. I'm very bad at keeping up with news on that stuff. But, you know, feel free to chat in the chat. I will respond. I do look up at the chat because I am kind of using the screen to help me kind of magnify what I'm doing. Okay, this part. Make sure I get that all lined up. There we go. Make sure that's all nice and in there. That's cool. And next part is A19. And actually, I think that's supposed to be the last part of the A sprue, too. Unless I'm missing something. Nope, that is the last part of the A sprue. So we're almost got all the sprues clear. Now, there are going to be a few parts, like some extra feathers. Thankfully, there were extra feathers. Yeah, just jumped on me. There we go. Need that little bit. That's not gonna sit right. Okay. This goes like so. I should have cleaned that up a little bit more, but oh well. So far, that is the shield. Actually, I think that is all the shield. So here we go. I believe that's the completed shield. Next is probably the easiest build. The beam sabers. So let's get rid of some of these empty sprues off the area. I mean, there's still tons of parts, so that can't be it. I still have like a jet booster piece. Get all these empty sprues out of the way. Making sure those are empty. Interesting. I used the 21 and 22, but did I not need to use the 21 and 22? Did I miss a spot? Oh, I'm gonna be mad at myself. You know, I want to go back and make sure I didn't miss something. No, it doesn't look like it. Where was the 22 and... See, I'm so confused. What did I use H22 and 21 for before? How am I missing this? Do I need to go back to my beginning of my instructions? Did I forget that those parts don't get used? I don't remember what they were for. Where are my J's at? J. Yes, okay. We only had to use the first ones. We did have to use those, so I have extras. Okay. I got worried there. Alright, back to where we were at. Okay. So close to being done. Okay, so I can go back into that. It is not empty. This still has a piece or something. Field. Alright, now beam sabers. Those screws have that. Did I not have them over here? Oh, there they are. Which are on these two. The only thing left on these screws, I could have already cut those off and I just didn't. Pardon me. Trying to make sure I get on that at a right angle. The home stretch, I know, man. So close. I mean, there's all these other parts that I haven't had to use yet. I know they're for something. It's like, wherever all this other parts on H are. I think some of these are just for the for the stand probably. But like there's this bit here. It has to go to something. Just haven't gotten to it yet. So yeah, there's gotta clean up the bottom of this beam saber. I know, man, we're gonna stay up until I get it all put together. Like I said, I'm not gonna put the decals on. I'll make sure I had that in camera, but I did not. Probably should go ahead and sand that down a little bit. Where's my sanding blocks? Alright, so there's that. And of course we have the blades, which are at a nice little arc. We got a nice little swinging action with those instead of being straight up. Again, I wish they would have made all those little green parts, at least this. You know, just these. So I know the old 1/100 scale had a little, not the 1/100 scale, but the 160 scale has like a little flap when you put their beam sabers together. I can't even talk. You would pull the little nub up and it'll plug into the hand. This is a bit opposite. This, the gripping hand parts, which I have not cut off, have little, I don't know how well that's going to turn up. I'm not taking those off. It has a little slit in there to fit into the groove of the beam saber to hold it. So this will be a part that we constantly removed when stowed and not in use. I still have to cut all these off and work on that at some point, but that's not the important part of the build at the moment. Just making sure I get everything else that I feel is somewhat important. I just moved way too far away from my damn desk. There we go. Yeah. In the morning I need to take the vacuum to this desk to get all these little plastic niblets up. That came up a lot cleaner than the last one. And there we have our dual beam sabers. And there is a place to stow them apparently on the back, which is odd. I try to remember how they were stowed on the 1/100 scale or the 1/60th scale model kit. It says front spot somewhere over here. Interesting. Hope I didn't miss something for this H part. Because I have all these extra bits here, and I'm not seeing anything except for how to assemble and attach They already gotten rid of this tray. Well, now I still got parts on here too. That's not even saying what part that is. Dang it, take the beam saber and stick it down. Oh, that should be in the wing. That's what it is. It's in here. That's what it is. It's in these crabs. That's where they stow it at. So, when not in use, I'm going to pop him back off of the stand here. There we go. Hope I didn't lose a little. Nope, there's the part. I'll plug that back on. Go the right direction. Yep, okay. So take the beam saber. There's a little nib in there. Just take it. Just set that into the wing, like so. Same with the other. I take that. There we go. So now they're stowed away on the mech. And I still gotta fix that. I have to remember where I put my plastic cement. No idea. Still wishing it was some of the other parts were for. I have not seen anything for it. There are empty trays, there are sprues. More for the recycling bin. Okay, so far, that's that. What else the instructions are telling me here? It shows how to fold up and stow the gun into the wings, which is what this little hinge part here is for, to hold on to the barrel. I think that's the only thing that really holds it into place. I mean, there's this little spot here that probably pegs. So you take, which one is this one? Is this the right side? I don't think it is. I have no idea. Obviously, first you gotta open up the part here. I can get it to pry open now. See, I would have problems trying to pry that part open now. Oh, come on, you know you want to open. There we go. Problem is, this thing just not locked in. I'm afraid that's gonna break. I can just pop that off whenever I want. Take that. Fold it down. Fold that down. Close that back up. So I think this one would go. I'm thinking which one has the peg where. Would this one go into this one? No. I didn't say anything about this little other piece here though. There's that peg there. How's that plug in? I have to keep that open or then I'll pop it off. Well, this one's the right buster rifle anyway, so that should hook up into the right side. Just trying to think of how it goes onto the wing here. Actually, I don't even have it sealed all the way. I don't know, I'm not seeing how that goes on here at all. Supposed to stow pretty even. I guess like that. Maybe a little bit lower. So that's interesting. It doesn't show that it's supposed to stick out that much, but maybe I have it up too high. But that's kind of neat. I don't remember it ever doing that in the movie. Still need to detail the big wings and this other wing. It's only done the one. So here we go. Alright, let's see if I can't find where these other parts go and how do I assemble those. I get the page to turn. There we go. Right now, just showing how to transform. How parts move up and down, back and forth. How the whole back works. All these extra other pits. How to move all that around. How to connect the blaster to the field for a nose. Okay, so, that's what these parts are. So these couple pieces here, which is H6, is this part, and then H7, which is this. Those would plug into the, I guess technically the belly of it was in bird mode or plane mode. And that just connects onto that to allow that. But what is 1? What is H1? What mode is that for? I don't see anything for H1. Oh, please tell me I didn't miss something. And I may have. Knowing me, I probably did. Let me double check. So here's where all the decals are supposed to go. That is going to be such a tedious job. I would not want to do that on camera. Like, ever. Like, at all. Just trying to figure out where this other part's supposed to go, because I don't see that one. The H1 anywhere. There's H6 and H7. But where is H1? There's the 3 parts that are left on the H sprue. It's the only one of that. It would have to connect somewhere. Oh, there's H2 right there. That's because it's not H1, it's H2. Okay, there it is. Oh, on the wings. That's what these pegs. So I guess it's supposed to hold it shut. Huh. Interesting. What mode is that supposed to be? It's an atmosphere entry mode. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's what that part is. So I want to cut those off. But so actually we were a little over 2 hours. We finally got Wing Zero completely built, even though I still need to repair this little antenna piece, which is still right here in the little bag. I will do when I have it all fixed and all the panel lines done, I will do a little video posing, not a short or a reel, but I'll do like a few-minute video of how this thing works and poses. No walkthrough or anything. But yeah. So yay! I haven't seen I just popped this part off the C-clip. I'm gonna break that one day. Come on, just clip into place. Oh, it might help me if I actually open the flap first. That's why I'm not getting it to shut right. There we go. That plugs in, keeps it shut. Alright, well, that will be it. I don't know what this other bits here for the stand are. There's at least 2 bits left on the stand. I'm sure they're for something. I'll probably find it at some point. I just did not notice it anywhere else on here. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me in this very long Gundam build. I don't even remember what part this was. I had to look. I had to look at how many of these build videos I've done. I done forgot which part this was. But this is the final part. And again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. If you like what I do here, like my Saturday videos, the build ones, hit that like button. Let me know. Say hi in the chat. Or if I go live, if you watch this on the replay, just say hi in the comments. Tell me, what are you building? If you're building any kind of kit, what's your favorite part of building? What tips can you give me to be a better Gundam model kit builder, Gunpla, builder / somewhat customizer? Because I did paint all those lines in with my little fine tip Gundam marker, which I've had forever. I'm surprised it's not dried out yet still. But again, I think we're going to call it a night. Again, thanks for everyone for showing up, saying hi in the chat. I hope everyone had a good time. And we will see each other again next Saturday. I don't think there's an FC game I'm invited to. I don't know if they're still... I think they're still in the playoffs. I'm such a bad FC fan. But either way, if I don't go live, I will let you all know. I will put something in the comment. But if you like what I do here, hit that like button, subscribe. I will have more stuff eventually. It has been decades since I built. I know, it was about 20 years since this is the first one I put together in 20 years. A little over 20 years to be exact. So, and this is the scale I prefer, is the 1/100 scale. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and get off of here. Again, everyone, thanks for hopping on. Thanks for saying hi. Chat's not that lively yet. I expect it to get better. But like I said, hit like, hit subscribe. Let me go ahead and get on here so I make sure I turn this music off before we go off of here. And actually, you know what? Let's go ahead. Move the camera. Ooh, I'm so washed out. There we go. There we go. Turn off the background music so I can actually do this. Again, thanks for joining. Hit like, subscribe. I don't think how many times I've said that already. If you want, don't have to. Don't think you need to. But if you do like it, I'd appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. Gets me on the algorithm. But yeah, I do post on occasion on my Instagram to some stuff. But yeah, next week I should have the 4 Horsemen Figure Obscura Jersey Devil in. So we'll be doing an unboxing. Hopefully that arrives before Saturday night. It should have just shipped, so it shouldn't take too long. But anyway, hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your all's weekend. Wonderful rest of your Saturday evening. Good night, everybody. I'll catch you all later. Let's hit this.